All right. So, actually, I might as well take the scoreboard off since we're looking at the map. So, as I said before, STDB and KL, they're going to be the Axis. They're the boys in blue. Their HQ point is Mammoth Radar with Sunken Bridge. The middle point that is going to be contested right off the bat is Chapel, followed by WN5 and Uncle Red. Yeah, this is this is probably going to be a 3-2. I mean, Sunken Bridge, I mean, just look at the space between the points, right? I mean, we know, you don't have to be in the strong point to cap. Obviously, that tips out in your favor. The 4 grid squares are what counts, plus the strong point. Strong point gives you ×3. But all this ground, I mean, if you're the Allies, you're going to have to own WN4 to push the Sunken Bridge. If you're the Axis, I mean, there's so much open ground between WN5 and the Chapel. WN5 and where WN7 would be. I mean, this is a perilous push. So, I'm expected a 3-2. Either way, whoever wins it. Also, real quick note. You're not allowed to build your nodes in middle HQ. So, since nodes can still be destroyed in Seasonal, they don't want people getting tempted to satchel, kill the arty guy, and, of course, forfeit the match with their team. So, when you're watching Seasonal, you'll see the nodes being spread out in different HQs. But, man, this is looking pretty rough as far as the map layout. But, yeah, let's watch the opening real quick. Looks like STDB going with a pretty normal lineup. 3 transport trucks, didn't spawn X1. Looks like they left a dude behind. That kind of sucks. Supply truck with the commanders going north, followed by, your normal tank. Well, actually 2 light tanks. Which as the Axis, this is a really strong strat. If you're running 3 tank crews, having 2 light tanks right off the bat, comes in pretty powerful. So, but as I said before, this southern part of Chapel is going to be huge for the Axis. Looking for both of these trucks to pretty much occupy this ground, with 1 truck going to Grandma's house just north of it. Looks like both teams pretty much making it there at the same time. Or at least at similar times. We're going to have 2 trucks clash here in the south. And of course ITK, you can see they are getting a decent amount of fellas up around the Chapel itself. Getting a good old truck joust. Truck's getting blown up. STDB really strong here in the south. Taking out ITK players. Moving up. Like I said, the Chapel itself, the strong point ITK, they are going to get there first. But STDB so strong in the southern portion of the map. Southern portion of the point. Meanwhile, Grandma's house has not gone their way. And of course, ITK have gone pretty heavily in WN4. That's 1 looks going down. Looks like my man, Yui Taylor. I'm gonna butcher so many names. Let me just get that off right after rip. And the Stewart just north of him. Yeah, I'll show you the rest of the battle. Like I said, STDB. I mean, you can see them super heavy just to the south of Chapel. So, of course, let me get my scoreboard up because it is 2-2. STDB looking like they're gonna cap. They do have, like I said, considerable amount of forces south of point. Looks like ITK is gonna try to counter that. Do have some squad leads and even a recon team starting to push their way on up. And just like that, point goes to STDB. STDB taking an early 3-2 lead. ITK, though, in very strong... Well, I say strong position as guys start dying, but... looking like they're in a good position to contain it. So we can see some forces pushing in from Hill 5. Kind of taking their time because they do have some open fields they got to cross. But they pretty much have the northern part of the map. So, as you guys can see where the camera's looking, they have Grandma's house and they have WN4. So, they do have a good opportunity for a counterattack. In fact, now that we're saying that, a little bit of capture progress. STDB starting to get that. Looking at the garrison situation, 3 launches, 2 defensive. I dig it. And if we look at the resources, all 3 nodes are up, all 3 nodes are churning. In fact, STDB did just call in a heavy. So, assuming that's a Tiger, unless these guys want to get punished. So, ITK still in strong position. And they still do own the chapel area. But STDB refusing to give up this southern portion. In fact, now we're getting a little bit of cap progress in ITK's favor. Like I said, they are the boys in red. STDB, though, refusing to give up. One RD gun being put to use. Oh, we have a Stewart. I wonder if he... I don't think he saw that garrison, or else he'd be trying to right around and engage in that. Let's burn an outpost, though. In fact, we might actually get a Stewart on Panzer IV action right here. That's why we get stuck. I don't know, does this Panzer IV know he's here? I mean, you can see the cameras right in this area, so they are here. We'll check this out and then we'll go see. And in fact, some ITK guys flanking around here to the west might actually start threatening some STDB spawns. Panzer IV takes a shot, misses though. So that could be huge. If that Stewart stays alive, he could burn up a lot more spawns. And real quick, making our way up to the north, just north of Chapel. And ITK is starting to infiltrate their way in. Like I said before, Grandma's house, WN4, this is crucial for the Allies if they want to counterattack. Cap progress now being stymied. Now turned around. But ITK is going to continue to get pressure since they have access to the strong point itself. And of course, no pressure on WN5 just yet. And flares, I mean, there's so many dudes, so many ITK guys in this area. So we can see indicated by the flare. Oh boy. This capper is so close. Okay, there's a medium coming up. Such a heavy concentration of STDB right around that house. ITK has to know there's a Gary here or something. Flare catch the tank. Here's the STDB counterattack to try to regain Grandma's. These guys are bunched up. ITK, nicely spread out. You're kind of catching these STDB guys over here in a vice. So these guys trying to push to retake Grandma's, that's going to be a tough effort. So ITK 50%, almost 50% cap, just shy of it. But there's a monster spawn wave from STDB. These guys need to start pushing north. Because ITK is starting to assert some dominance. Getting pretty deep into the cap area. Or into the capture progress, rather. But STDB, they're getting some frags. with this massive spawn here, they're probably going to try to reinitiate an assault down this canal area. And just like that, big spawn wave coming in the garrison right below us. That actually resets. Starts taking away some capture progress. And this is probably honestly what the match is going to be for eternity. It's just little clashes like this. Just an avenue of death right here. It looks like ITK is starting to get some pressure eastward of the Gary. But, I mean, if they capture, this garrison's going to get wiped anyway. And just like that, ITK going up 3-2. So, now they have the lead. And they were controlling the area in WN4. Looks like you have 2 squad leads. In fact, one of them's a recon guy. Starting to make their way up here just to kind of shut this down. I mean, this is so tightly contested. STDB already having some contests. But that, of course, is from the spawn point that was right next to that house. So, you're at least getting the remnants of it. I still, like, just contest coming in. That's pretty much going to be it for 90 minutes, folks. But looking to the north up here real quick, ITK have a strong hold on WN4. So they do already have spawns up here. Of course, crossing this field just beneath me is tough. You know, lots of open ground between WN4 and Sunken Bridge. But they're at least going to shut this area off from STDB getting a nice counterattack. Although STDB and KL, they said they were going to want to control Grandma's, start getting some forces coming in from the north. Just such an easy access to the point. Oh, shit. Wrong thingamajiggy. Let's take away the scoreboard real quick. Check out the resources. Commanders popped encouraged. You see the plus 90 on each resource. That's good. 440 fuel. Looks like they only have 1 heavy tank up. That, of course, would be a Tiger, since Panthers are outlawed. And looks like they only have 1 tank on the field. Interesting. Yeah, the situation's going well. In fact, getting a little bit of cap pressure on Chapel. Immediately gets stopped, though. So, let's go check out the fight instead of hanging out over here. Let's look at how wide STDB and KL are. Like, very few areas on the map. Let me open the map. There's very few areas on the map where STDB and KL just aren't. I mean, they're all the way from the 7 column all the way up to the 3. So that is deep areas of map control. They will have to concentrate to take Chapel, but so many different angles that SCDB are taking over right now. Wow, what's this guy doing? Please tell me he got a satchel on that. I don't see one. But I'm hoping he has... Does he have the STG or does he have the... Oh no, he just has the Gewehr. He's getting in a gunfight though. It takes out... What's his face? If there's Chinese characters, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. Well, the captain, he's getting in. Might cause some mayhem. But ITK looking strong. I mean, SCDB has the map control, but looks like... In fact, Garrison in the south goes warm. That means ITK has decent map control also. That looks like another dude with a a name and script. I think on a garrison. Not sure if that was a friendly or an enemy already round. So if you think of it, that was an STDB and KL already round, might try to clear the garrison to prevent that guy from taking it out. That's a case, smart play. But actually, all the frontline Garys are gone. All your launch Garys going into Chapel are gone. So, ITK recon doing work. That we see some ITK guys coming in beneath us. In fact, there's a Stewart right beneath us. So it might cause a little bit of mayhem. In fact, he's gonna take out Sanitoter. Once again, I don't speak either of these languages, so sorry if I butcher anything. But looking at the chapel itself from the west, looking east, I mean, they're getting a strong hold on right now. So lots of guys spread out, occupying every hedgerow, every building. And, I mean, yeah, the lack of garrisons, this is going to be rough for STDB and KL. And now ITK is going to start pressing their advantage. They're going to start advancing. Probably going to start getting some guys towards LeGrand Creek, which is right here. Start moving guys up the canal. And looks like STDB and KO get up another garrison as allied supplies fall right in front of us. Oh, where's that at? So right here, getting up another garrison. That's good to see. But ITK, they're pretty much right behind STDB. I mean, you could see guys like some cherries mixed with the blueberries. I mean, it's like they know this is here. They're already starting to kind of push and neutralize it. But lots of outposts from SCDB. A lot of guys, a lot of squallies taking care of their guys. In fact, this garrison just south of Sunken Bridge just went warm. So let's check that out. In fact, that's this dude up here. I'd say he's got to be right by it. In fact, yeah, it's right over here. Looks like he doesn't exactly know where it is. But, I mean, ITK, they're going to start getting some guys kind of squirting through. But SCDB, quick to respond. Also, LQ Luffy, what's up, dude? Welcome to the channel. But this match is officially 20 minutes old. And ITK, I mean, look at this. Starting to push across the fields between Chapel and Sunken Bridge. So it's going to be a lot of open ground. I mean, these guys are pretty much in this area. I'm trying to highlight with my mouse. Kind of pushing up towards Sunken. It's going to be a tall order, but I'd love to see some tank support. Like, get something up with these guys. You know, taking out, like, pesky machine guns and stuff. Also, we see STD, or, ITK pushing from WN4. So you're getting a nice, kind of wide push. All the way from WN4. You can see Venito and, the artist formerly known as Prince, just north of him. And guys way over to the west. So, and there's very little pressure from SCDB on Chapel. So, this is a crazy Gary arrangement. So if the commander puts that garrison down, they'll have all 8 garrisons pretty much in the C&D line. That's awesome. In fact, speaking of the commander, he has a couple fellers in his area. It doesn't look like they see the supply drop. But I'd love to see, I mean, ITK is starting to push up. So they're going to start being aggressive. While that happens, though, you know, How, Abel, and Dog need to start pushing the front door of Chapel. Gotta start getting some pressure on Chapel. Looks like a tank just goes down. Unsure of what that was. In fact, that was a Tiger. So another heavy going down. Let's actually check the resources. Once again, all 3 sets of nodes are up. They have a medium and a heavy on the field. So once that hits 600, probably get another Tiger out in the field of battle. But other than that, it's just smooth sailing. ITK, starting to see them pressure. I mean, they are right here. If I check my map, cameras are here. I mean, they are right on the doorstep of Sunken Bridge. Not a lot of them, but they are pushing up. And they're getting tank support coming up with them. So this is huge. I'd love to see this tank start taking the pressure, start taking the heat. In fact, another tank round just misses him. Vehicle goes down. Okay, that was the STDB medium tank. Now this Gary's locked out. It looks like they know that's where the Gary's at. Tank's just suppressing the hell out of it. Probably yelling at his dude, hey, take that thing out, but he gets it with the gun anyway. But ITK looking strong. Also, oh, little O, good morning, man. Yeah, I mean, it's only a support and a tank. Damn. Love to see some extra guys getting up here. Looks like Katori, he gets his outpost up. So that's good. Gonna start getting some guys, you know, 3, 4, 5 guys starting to spawn in on that. But yeah, ITK. Plenty of supplies just kind of lying around, though. Fox might get a garrison up. That's, of course, my man Chris. But there's ITK guys already kind of looking his way. Or at least could be looking his way. So ITK just going right in the front door. Getting some pressure on STDB. Medium's coming up here just doing work. He's getting it. My man Katori was getting some kills. Looks like he gets down though. STDB and KL kind of caught on the back foot here a little bit. The ITK really not making much of this advantage. In fact, sounds like a tank. Yeah, a Tiger beneath me just gets hit. So they have a 76 out here somewhere. And these guys, Easy, Roger, and I can't ever remember the phonetic World War II thing for S. Maybe Salt Squad or some dumb shit. Sam. Need to start getting some pressure on Chapel. You know, the best defense is a good offense. You know, if you're getting pressure, you know, it's going to force the enemy to pull back a little bit. Looks like the ITK medium just goes down. In fact, STDB, what do they have? They have another heavy by Mammoth. But man, ITK, would have loved to see some guys get up here sooner. But in fact, that outpost isn't even there anymore. My man might have moved it up. It looks like he did. As crazy as that is, I mean, it's kind of in the open. But Love to see ITK just get some more guys. He gets a couple more squad leads up here. You know, really put the screws to STDB and KL. Flow's on. He's come up here. Oh, I jinxed him. Streamer's Curse. Here comes the 76. ITK quickly getting on the front door of Sunken Bridge. STDB and KL though bringing a lot of guys back to kind of handle this pressure. But we'll check back on that in a minute. STDB, they are mounting a pretty big attack down here to the south. But ITK, very strong response. I mean, look at this. Like, this is the Grand Creek right in front of us. Tons of ITK guys down here. You know, really trying to shut down this push. In fact, we got a... Is he gonna get him? Ah, just misses. Alright. STDB, though, they have... I mean, this is every pub player's wet dream. You know, get a machine gun on that silo right over there and just hammer garrisons. And they have another machine gun just chewing it up as well. So, and this is a friendly bombing run right on the front of the point. So, STDB and KL showing a little bit of desperation. You know, usually you don't call in that bombing run unless you're like imminently pressed. But STDB and KL, I mean, they have no one between the strong point and the front of the sector. And it looks like ITK have realized that. They are starting to get some bodies into the strong point. So we might see some cap progress starting to go ITK's way. I mean, especially if they could just get some more dudes up here. But this is what I mean talking about Chinese teams with strong fundamentals. Like, they're more worried about like moving up to Sunken Bridge organically. I mean, yeah, they're gonna have a team pushing Sunken Bridge. You know, obviously trying to front door it. But they're so strong in this area. I mean, you can see it as we kind of look around and zoom in. Like, not only are they going to get pressure on the point, but they're also going to kind of clear up behind them as they advance. And ITK starting to capture Sunken Bridge. Starting to get the pressure on. I mean, they are pretty much right into it. Cap progress should stop for a sec. And that's soft cap. That's pretty much all these guys spawning in down to the south. But ITK, I mean, like I said, once again, troops are clearing up behind the main advance. Oh, snap. Let's say we almost missed a tank engagement. So we have a 76 here. The Tiger's right on the other side of that hedge, led by Spectral, with Ben and Tarn capped also in the tank. And STDB resetting, you know, fully clearing cap progress. But I mean, pretty much their entire team is in this area. Now the two southern areas are going warm. ITK with 276s. They have one right in front of us, and one just north of that getting repaired. But I'm kind of surprised ITK really isn't pushing this advantage, though. Okay, so there's the outpost that's close. 76 goes down. I think the Tiger tank we pointed out before was the one that got him. And looks like guys are starting to make their way into the point. Axe is already starting to make his presence known. Oh, this is an enemy bombing run. Oh, he's calling it in. Right along the canal. Get some kills with it. Important though, does not get either garrison. So that's going to be huge for STDB and KL. As I mean, they're ITK eventually. You're going to start getting some guys really pressuring this point. Going to be huge for STDB and KL if they really want to hold this. And it looks like STDB, or it looks like ITK, they just have two guys out here repairing the tank while he's shooting at the Tiger. In fact, there's another tank somewhere. Yeah, there's another 76. So they might have a third 76 on the field of battle. I mean, we just saw one get destroyed. Now we see one replacing it. And Roger squad tries to get a garrison up the way. Oh, look at this. Way to the south of point. Guy can't even get a Gary up here to do anything on Chapel. That's insane. That shows you ITK is everywhere. And cap progress is coming for a sec. I mean, SCDB is so thick. SCDB and KL, like, they have so many troops just in this area. Even south of it, now they're going to try to mount a counterattack. So, step away from there in a sec. This might... Oh. Actually... Real quick, precision strike hits, kills a Tiger. ITK is starting to get capture progress. And now my frames are taking a shit. Alright, what's my ping like? I got 312 ping. So, sorry if it looks like claymation for a second. STDB answering the call though. Oh yeah, my frames are taking a massive dump. Look at this. But SCDB trying to answer back, getting massive spawns. What, this area to the south though, what was looking promising for a minute, I mean, we saw a whole, you know, a slew of SCDB and KL guys pushing like in this area of the map. They're all pretty much wiped out. And you can see ITK so heavy in this area south of point. They have a decent chunk of their team controlling LeGrand Creek. I mean, this is map control incarnate. And now cap progress starting around Sunken Bridge. Oh wow, my frames are really taking a dump. And once again, I honestly don't even know. I was expecting with the layout of the points that'd be really tough. Oh boy, this is looking great. I don't know. I am of course in America trying to stream from China, so don't get on me too hard. I guess I'll just zoom in real quick and see what happens. Watch these guys move around in 2D. Well, I mean, fierce fighting around Sunken Bridge. ITK though, really starting to win some gunfights. There we go, has all order been restored? Oh man. Life is great. But so the resource situation real quick. All 3 nodes still up. They do have a heavy in the north. This of course is STDB and KL. They have a medium starting to push Chapel. That's about it. Running low on munition, still have a decent amount of manpower. But looking rough for your boys out here. Sunken Bridge really starting to come under pressure now. ITK. Starting to put the pressure on. Surprised nobody's in the hopper. Whoa. Party. Oh, those guys just got spawned in at the right time. But pretty much instantly go down. STDB though are starting to hold off cap progress. But the more we zoom out, the more we see that Sunken Bridge kind of getting caught in a ITK vice grip. I mean, you have forces at the south, they're starting to move their way up the canal. Yeah, forces still around the point. So ITK, they're gonna just kind of like a boa constrictor, just get a really tight grip on Sunken Bridge. But STDB though, trying to hold on. Looks like the Tiger just went down. And just like that, point goes to ITK. But STDB and KL though immediately getting pressure, but everything's wiped. Looks like everyone's gonna kind of take refuge at Mammoth Radar. ITK though, gonna start clearing house. As I turn a bit, you already have STDB guys spawning in at Mammoth Radar. So the Chinese, ITK, looks like they're just gonna take their time, clear this out, and push. Already with a commanding 4-1 lead. And this match is not even halfway over yet. So I mean, we'll see. Guys from STDB and KL, they're trying. Yeah, these guys are trying to fight like lions, but it's just too strong. Oh man. But and of course frames. I'm up around 330 ping. Let's do it. Hell yeah, baby. But ITK is so strong. somehow STDB. They still have an outpost up here? Well, if they did, it's no more. Well, looks like Option Squad had one up for a sec, got a spawn wave off and got wiped. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tiger's under pressure. Seeing some allied supplies drop right in the middle of a field. Oh, bombing run coming in. Is this allied? Nope. This is an ITK bombing run. Once again, just trying to clear out the canal of enemy forces. Do you have a garrison? Yeah, just get one up. Just along the northern part of the map, right against the line. Actually a nice little spot for it. Yeah, my frame's taking a dump. What even is it? Yeah, I'm at 9 FPS right now. That's amazing. Oh, jeez. Hopefully this match ends quick. But might be the 30-minute delay. I don't know. But I mean, I have a 3080 Ti and a 5900X. That should be fine. Oh yeah, that's real bad. Oh, so I'll just be keeping the camera a little bit static. Checking the map for everybody. But STDB though, this is a pretty girthy attack they have coming here. And they have a lot of forces just pushing straight to the point. I'm gonna take away the scoreboard for a sec. I mean, 230 munitions, a little over 700 manpower. Not quite enough for another heavy. Like, that's their heavy right there. And it looks like, yeah, the Tiger just blew up right here on the side of the screen. So ITK look like they have a decisive advantage in the tanking department. Just how many tankos they have. Hearing that machine gun rip. Oh, that's amazing. But I gotta say, for not knowing much about ITK, I mean, this is... Oh my god, my frames. Oh, that's amazing. Let's look at this from STDB's perspective for once. But ITK though, coming in strong. I mean, I said it before, I didn't know too much about this team coming on in. ITK, I say that as the point gets contested and a little bit of cap progress from STDB. But I gotta say, man, ITK looking like a really strong team. And a tank goes down right in front of us. Or something goes down right in front of us. Oh, that was the AT gun. Right in front of my face, didn't even see it. Looks like frames are slowly coming back. I don't want to jinx it. But, man. Potentially 44.5 minutes left. Currently under halfway through the match. Or over halfway through the match. STDB. Stoßtruppen Donnerbalken. And KL. Struggling against ITK. I mean, this is such a slog. I mean, there's so much open ground. I mean, yeah, there's hedges, you know, there's canals, there's stuff you can use to kind of get you close, but ITK doing everything in their power to stop that from happening. Now, recon plane flies overhead. That must be an ITK recon plane. It looks like they're massing their armor. They got a heavy and a medium pushing in conjunction. Probably gonna link up with this garrison and start getting a push. You know, something's got to give. And whoa. ITK strong in the south. I mean, this has kind of been the game plan all along, like keeping a really strong force like outside of the point. I mean, this is right by, pretty much just north of where this commander infantry mark is. I mean, there are so many ITK guys like right in this area starting to push north. So I mean, this could be scary. It could be really scary for STDB and KL. But, I mean, looking kind of at the point, ITK really doesn't have a lot of dudes. Like, in and immediately around the point. So I gotta say, like, ITK really good at, like, you know, kind of picking, like, where they want to go. Like, you know, 1 second they're really strong around Sunken Bridge, the next second, you know, they're really strong just south of it. So, I mean, STDB, I mean, they're... Looks like they're spawning in from the HQ. They're gonna try to clear this, but even then, they're outflanked by a ITK squad lead. So interesting. Hopefully, this guy doesn't try to kill Artie. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you kill Artie, that's a forfeit. I could be wrong. But I'd hate to see this dude like run up or have one of his guys run up and like just kill my man Alex. Hope that doesn't happen. They gotta know you can't kill Artie. But that being said, though, some STDB and KL guys starting to try to clear out this southern area. In fact, Outpost just gets wiped. Emmanuel. I mean, look at this. ITK with 376s. That right there, Garrison right next to it. They got one pushing up. And they got one pretty much running right up to the point. Well, I mean, this is dangerous. But then he's got barbed wire right in front of it. I mean, this is insane, dude. ITK flexing some muscle. STDB, I mean, what can they do? I mean, first they got to start taking out these tanks. I mean, ITK's kind of been dominating tank play this entire game. So finally a shot comes in on a 76. He's quickly turned into engage. Say, we have a medium right here. Right in front of us somewhere. I can't quite see him. Probably right in front of my face, too. But ITK, I mean, if these infantry start getting a good push, I mean, I'd love to see them support the tanks a little bit. But the tanks are kind of just opening up the front door for them. I mean, there's not a lot of STDB infantry anywhere close to counter this. Oh man, is this guy gonna get satcheled? Oh, the shell saves him. Oh my god. This is amazing. He might get satcheled here. Oh man, Flozan. Oh. I'm guessing that's Deimos. Come on. I was about to say, they have to kill that. There's no way. But so many... Oh, that's an enemy bombing run too. With an airhead coming in. The ITK with an airhead that immediately gets taken out by an A. Oh man, you can't make this up. Yeah, if you would have called that in like just a little bit to the north, it would have had a little bit more oomph. Yeah, man, ITK. I mean, this is impressive. Looking at Mammoth radar from the east. I mean, STDB, they have numbers. Yeah, now they got a lot of guys spawning back. So, I mean, they're gonna, you know, probably hold this for a bit, but ITK, though, starting to get into the strong point, starting to get some bodies on this bunker. Doesn't look like any more cavalry from ITK is coming, though. But it doesn't matter. Still getting cap progress. SCDB, they gotta start clinging to life here. Match is still under an hour old. In fact, they do get a spawn wave in. ITK, though, still... Yeah, I had a feeling that if SCDB could just get some spawns, they could kind of hold this for a bit, but... I mean, they are on the back foot, already coming in, blowing shit up. Tanks are getting destroyed in HQ. Gotta love it. ITK, though, having spawns pretty much right on the doorstep of the point. Cap progress starting again. In fact, we have a tank. He's over here, he's putting in some work. Oh, bombing run coming in, looking to clear the front of the point. That's a friendly bombing run. Oh man, Tron seemed to have no idea there was a tank here. This tank's just gonna pillage. I mean, he's hurt a little bit, but damn. Oh boy. I was expecting more out of him, but looks like he's just gonna chill. I mean, there is no more garrison just west. Looks like, there's 30 supplies. Damn, that sucks. Both garrisons, actually all three garrisons are south of point, so they're gonna have to really have a fat spawn right here. Looks like they just get it. Start bringing cap progress back their way, but looks like does not matter. ITK still on the cap. Did get stopped for a second. Man, I'm kind of surprised ITK is the upper hand here. They should probably get some more dudes up here. So, and they do get more. They are pretty much already in the strong point. So, I mean, this is looking like GG. Match is just under an hour old. And it looks like ITK is going to take it, man. Looks like they're going to get the 5-0. And STDB, KL. First matchup of the spring season for both of these teams. ITK winning it 5-0. About, what'd you say, 57, 58 minutes. Where's my arty guy? I guess I was supposed to join his squad, but then when I hopped in, he's in a different squad. But anyways, never mind. Yeah. Well, like there were some strong performances throughout. I'm gonna kind of go through some stats. So it looks like some dudes already leaving. But for his commendation bonus, thank you guys very much from the STDB side. I did my best to represent you. But yeah, looking like some scores. 219, not bad. 319, even better. That's the recon guy. Nothing too crazy. Going over the ITK side, ITK outfragged heavy. I mean, 381, that's a squad lead. Tanked it alright. 502, AT. I mean, ITK put in some work, man. I mean, to get a 5-0 over STDB, who, I mean, I believe was pretty damn good from what I saw before. But, I mean, just goes to tell you, like, doesn't matter. Oh, I guess that shows you why I'm not a betting man. Because I thought STDB and KL would come out and, you know, do well. But, and like initially they did. Initially they put up a pretty good fight. I mean, like they took Chopper right off the bat. You know, got to give it to ITK though. Pretty much answered like right away. You know, still had guys in strong position. Eventually kind of cracked at the SCDB shell. SCDB and KL. But I mean, ITK, yet another Chinese team, right? That comes out and ends up being incredibly strong, right? Like, you know, you look at like Alpha and IR, you know, they joined to make air. You know, FOC is pretty strong. I mean, what? I mean, well, FAR just got beat by Chimera. Pretty handily. But like, you got Bizy, you got Say Goodnight. Like, there's so many strong, like randomly strong Chinese teams. And man, what I guess ITK is another one of the group. So getting a 5 over STDB and KL. I guess real quick, as far as who's playing who next, I might be able to just get something and kind of slap it up real quick. So, yeah, let me take it back to this real quick. So this was the matchup we just saw, STDB versus ITK. You could see this is A3. So the winner of this ITK is going to play AIR, since AIR beat ARC. So you're going to get a matchup of two Chinese teams right there. In A6, STDB, they're going to the middle bracket. They'll play the loser of A4, which was ARC. So ARC, of course, I believe stands for Alliance of Russian Clans. You got PKK, Seven, and Bundeswehr. So it should be a nice little rebound match for SCDB and KL. ARC, they're decent. It's going to be tough. But AIR and ITK in A6, this is going to be nuts. This is going to be a crazy matchup right here. And of course, WTH 82AD, pretty sure that match is happening later today. Same thing with Helios and BC. So Group A, you know, it's hard out here. This is a very interesting group, if I say so myself. That being said, I should probably wrap this up so guys can actually watch the whole thing. But once again, thank you very much. Got to give thanks to Das Altberg. He's the guy that created a little video back after like the starting soon screen. Huge thank you to the seasonal devs or seasonal organizers. You know, Jane, Smits, Heidi, all of you guys. Fantastic job. You know, I love casting these, love doing hella loose matches. Any opportunity I get, very thankful for. And of course, thank you to SCDB, Christian, you know, telling me what to do, who to join, you know, pretty much give me a lot of details. And what's the guy's name from ITK? Itsuka Katori. It's actually the squad lead we saw pushing the point. Excellent. I mean, everybody being tremendously helpful. You know, I had a hell of a time. This was a fun match to cast. Of course, my frames kind of took a shit for a little bit, but it is what it is, man. We're all here to have fun. But yeah. Anyways, I'm Colonel Matthews with the 10th Mountain Division. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to give a like, if you want to subscribe, if you want to follow, that's all up to you. But we're going to get some more matchups like this in the future. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.